You know that saying that your light is going to irritate a lot of unhealed people? I want to come on here and explain this and give some compassion to those people. Because as somebody who used to get really irritated with the unhealed people in my life, the more that I heal, the more that I understand. So when you are healing and you are going within yourself, you are connecting to your inner child, you are healing your traumas, you are doing the shadow work, you're doing all of the hard things, looking at the parts of you that you really don't want to look at, that you've suppressed and pushed down for many, many years, you know how hard that is. Not only is it physically hard because our bodies are holding on to these emotions and these traumas, and as they purge these emotions and traumas, a lot of physical symptoms come up, but it's hard emotionally because you are feeling the things that you never felt before. And it is mentally hard because you are processing and moving through so many thoughts and reprogramming your mind, and all of this takes an incredible amount of work. And you chose to do the work, which is amazing, and you should be so proud of yourself. But as you start to heal these things, you start to shine brighter and brighter and brighter, and you start to sit in your authenticity, where now it doesn't really bother you as much that you are irritating people with your light, because you used to shove that part of you down. But I want to explain from the other person's perspective, because as you are healing these things within you and you are shining brighter, just through energy alone, you are vibrating at such a high frequency that when you come into orbit with another soul who is not doing the healing work, and your bright ass light shines on all their demons, and they are not ready to do that work, they are not ready to answer that call, it upsets them, because they have free will to choose, and your free will that did choose makes them feel bad. Remember what it was like to be unhealed and to be walking around with all of this baggage and all of this trauma and all of these wounds and all of these health problems, and somebody who is more enlightened, more consciously aware than you are, tried to help you, but it didn't feel like help. And specifically in families, when you are around your family members and they are triggering you and they are showing you the parts of you that maybe you still need to heal, or amplifying the parts of themselves that they have not healed, and you're like, this is why I don't go around my family anymore, because I have healed outside of their vibration. Your light is shining on all of the things that you have healed and they have not, because your traumas are their traumas that they have passed on to you. And this does not mean that you need to be around them if it doesn't feel good for you, if there is no growth within them. But I just want you to understand that at one point we were all lost. At one point we were all blind. And it is amazing that we have woken up. But some people are terrified to do that because of the way they feel when they're around you, when they're around your light and your healing, because it hurts. To have the strength and the power to heal, not everybody is going to choose that. Not everybody wants to choose that, and sometimes I don't even want to choose it. It's hard, and that's where that compassion needs to come in. Like I said, it doesn't mean you need to have them in your close proximity all of the time, but loving them, even though they're unhealed, that's the right thing to do. That's what Jesus would do. That's what Jesus came here to teach us to do. We all have the power to heal, but to recognize that we need to heal and recognize what we need to heal, and then actually implementing the work that we need to heal is hard. So have compassion for those that are on the same journey with you, but not doing the work. Not everybody in this life is going to choose to do the hard work because it's hard. A lot of people have chosen to pass this along to their children. A lot of people have chosen to close their eyes. And that's because their soul has some sort of contract. They are not ready or prepared to do the type of work that it takes in order to heal, in order to shine brighter. So of course, when they get close to you, that reminds them of the work that they have not done, of the work that they are choosing not to do, of the work that they don't feel capable of doing. So does this mean that you shouldn't shine your light? Absolutely not. This is what you came here to do. But this video is to remind you to have compassion for them and to not fall into the trap of thinking that people are sheep, of thinking that people are like bad in their wounding. They just don't have what you have. And that doesn't make them bad or worse or anything. It just means they're not on the same path. They didn't choose the same thing that you chose at this particular time. Maybe they will later, maybe they will never. And that's okay. You can only control yourself. And I love having the awareness that I do. Sometimes it feels like a curse, and sometimes it feels like a blessing. It sets us very far apart from what is considered normal in this world, because we have gone through so many generations of traumas after traumas after traumas, and so much suppression, so much passing on through the lineage, the generational curses, without taking any accountability, without wanting to heal that before starting a new legacy. But if you're here on planet Earth at this time and you are watching this video and it resonates with you, you are here for a reason. So let your light shine and stop worrying about who it irritates. Shine anyways and have compassion. This is hard. And I know if you could get to the point of realizing how hard it is to even open your eyes, to see this world for what it really is, for the ways that we are hurting this planet, our mother, for the ways that we are in such division and war with one another, thinking that we are separate, forgetting that we are divine beings that are all connected to God. We are all parts of God, which makes us one. No matter if we've done the healing work or not done the healing work, we are all one. We're God experiencing life in human form. Remembering that, knowing that it's hard to open your eyes to these truths after being blind for so long, knowing that there is a lot of this world that is here to lower our frequency. When you first woke up to these truths, it was hard to grasp. So imagine your loved ones, the people around you, the strangers on the street, who hear these truths and cannot even fathom that they are true because it goes against everything they know, because it makes them feel unsafe to even consider any of those things to be possibilities. And they already feel so unsafe in their bodies in this human experience because of all the trauma that they're holding on to, because they're living in survival, in fight or flight. Sometimes I think about how I used to think about people when I first woke up in 2020. The things that I would think about them, the things that I would say, to people who were not on the same frequency as me, to people who were not seeing the world as I did. I was not acting like Jesus. I was judgmental. I was rude. I was harsh. I had no compassion. I had no love. So now that I have the awareness that I do, I understand that everybody is on their own walk. And they are on their own walk with God, whether they are aware of it or not. And I know that me sitting in my divinity, shining my light, even if it upsets them, is okay. Because God is in control of them. And God will help them when they are ready, if they choose to be ready. Just like we chose. We chose to dive deep into our subconscious, into our nervous system, into our lineage. And that is very brave. So for those who are not brave at this moment, just let them be and keep shining.